So when I'm starting these chest days, the first thing I normally do is this weird looking exercise that I kind of got from Luke Sandow with the hypertrophy coach. And it's kind of just like really contracting into your pecs on the way down, and then on the way back up, you're really just opening out your back. So when you're pressing, like one of the big things is really trying to drive your shoulder blades back to get your chest up nice and high. And I always just feel this sets me up nicely. So rather than sort of doing any weird cable warm-ups or anything like that, I kind of start with that. I do it like 10 times. And then I just go into a simple move. I actually saw C-bomb do, which is just essentially you're reaching around trying to make the biggest circles possible. And then you're just trying to open out the shoulders that way. So it works really nice. You kind of reach around clockwise, then reach around anti-clockwise, reaching as far round as you can every single time. It doesn't seem like much, but it's actually been opening out my shoulders really well. So like the first sort of exercise along with this really helps me get set up for benching in general, you know. I mean, benching is not for everyone. A lot of people sort of feel like there's a lot of, better movements out there and they're worried about getting injury, but I don't really worry too much about getting injury. I think when you start worrying about injury is actually when you could get injured. So, and I don't really try and put too much weight on there that I can't contract the muscle. Like my rule is, if I can't genuinely feel the chest contracting through the movement, then it's probably too heavy. So I'll go as heavy as I can go over time. I mean, I've been up to 3.5 plates on the bench with good contractions. And I don't really worry too much about getting injured. I just make sure that I do a few simple things before, I get to that heavy set, just to make sure that my shoulders are good. Another thing that I've actually been doing before every session is I actually did it before. I didn't actually film it, but I do dead hangs. So I basically just hang from a pull-up bar for like 2 minutes before every single training session, even legs, just for general overall shoulder health. Shoulders is one of the main things to go on a lot of bodybuilders as they get older. So I just make sure I keep on top of my shoulder health. And thankfully, I've never really had a shoulder issue per se. I mean, I had a little niggle once for a few months, but realized it was actually my bicep that was tight. So keeping on top of shoulder health has really helped me, keep a good amount of longevity. I've been training for like 17 years now and not had I can't speak, lads. No real injuries yet. So once I've done them shoulder exercises, I'll just start with little 10 kilos aside on the bar and just make sure when I'm pressing through the bar that I can actually feel the weight bearing down on my hands. Same with the 60 kilo 20 plate aside here. I'll press up with control to make sure that the weight is actually pressing through my pecs. Sometimes when you press that bar too hard, when the weight's still light, it kind of goes into your triceps and goes into your shoulders. So I kind of just press through the bar, through the palm of my hand, nice and slowly, so that I can really actually feel the pecs contracting. And then just go up half a plate at a time until I get to that heavy set. Like I say right now, I'm not going too crazy. I'm just trying to build the weight back up a bit. After just having a few months of, things have just been not so consistent. With the weights I've been using. So trying to just really lock in a good routine for myself now. I'm doing 2 on 1 off. So it's back and triceps, shoulders and biceps, day off, and then legs, which I did yesterday. And then I move into chest and arms, which is this session you're watching here. Although I didn't do any arms today because my arms were actually still sore. Like, I think my recovery is still picking up, but everything seems to be starting to pick up now. The engines are sort of moving again, feeling good, and training is going really well. So hopefully this is the start of a really good off season. Just about ready to go here. So if you've been watching the last few videos, kind of been talking about this whole issues that I've had the past few months, like mold toxicity or whatever. We got this infrared blanket coming today. Got to kind of get in it like 20 minutes every day, and that's meant to like sweat it out of you. You need to take these supplements called binders, activated charcoal, and a few other things. My partner Hannah's really good at this stuff, so she's kind of like laying out everything I need to do. I've got like a whole mold protocol So as far as right now, I've been sort of clean for TRT for like 7 months. I'm actually completely off now, just to try and give my body a full hard reset. So I'm a cold turkey on everything, but I'm just gonna keep training hard. We're actually gonna bring the food down just a tiny bit right now to try and get that that sensitivity back, you know, get that insulin sensitivity back. I feel like I need a little bit of a goal as well to work towards right now. So the next 6 weeks, I'm just gonna do a little cut. Nothing crazy, but put a little bit of body fat. I forgot a little bit of extra body fat on the love handles, a little bit more than I need right now. So we're gonna focus on that. Also gives the body a little bit of rest from digesting so much food, and you can just focus on getting better. So hard reset for the next 6 weeks. Keep training hard, and then hopefully we'll be back in to the bulk. But that's all I'm gonna say now for now. Let's fucking train. Yeah.
Das Neue können wir nicht machen.
So right now I'm not the strongest I've ever been. I'm just gonna build back up a little bit right now. Sometimes what I do when I'm trying to get my strength back up, if I've had not issues, but things haven't been running so smoothly and my strength's down a little bit, I'm basically just gonna edge the weight up a little bit more for like 2-3 reps, which is not something I normally do or something that I would really advise, especially younger guys to be doing. You really just want to be sticking around that 6, 8 to 10, 12 range. But I obviously know I can lift a lot heavier than this. Like I said, I've done like 3.5 on this for a good few reps. So once I've done my heavy set, which I just did, I'm just gonna bump it up a little bit more. So this is just like an extra 5 pounds a side. Just gonna hit like 2 reps, just so I can feel the weight. Then I'm gonna drop it down to a couple plates a side, hit as many reps as I can there. Might even do 2 sets there. This is like my main meat and potato gaining exercise. But a couple reps, and then I'll find that next week I'll come back and do the same weight on the heavy set I did, but I'll get like an extra 3 or 4 reps because I've kind of been there before. Strength just kind of comes back quick. So one more. Yeah. 3. Just sat there for 2 plates of that 12 reps. Feel pretty good, man. When I'm trying to do incline, I pretty much always start my chest session with incline. So if you ever watch the videos and I'm doing chest, you're gonna see me do an incline. That's like, I just feel like it puts a lot of real solid meat on the bone, Sometimes you see these physiques and they have great physiques, but it's just not like solid muscle. The hard grainy look, they kind of got that like pretty looking muscle. And I feel like with my physique and my structure, when I see myself up on stage, I think whenever I bring that hard grainy condition, and I've been training heavy, like 2019 was a great look. I was training real heavy. I mean, not as heavy as I can lift now, but heavy for how strong I was at the time, And I just felt like it brought real good look. So I'm gonna just focus on lifting some heavy shit, but at the same time just making sure that I feel the muscle, feel the fibers, man, feel the fibers. Shit. God, again. 2 more. So I've been doing this like a mid-grip flat press, and this kind of smashes my lower pecs. I don't know why, because you feel it does hit my triceps, but I'm not too worried about that because I want bigger triceps. But it absolutely smashes my lower pecs, man. So it's just like somewhere in between a close grip bench press and a normal bench press. And I just hit these hard for like 6 to 8 reps, but I'll hit like 4 sets of them. And the pump I get on my lower chest is phenomenal. It's I think it's because you get that like really tight contraction. I mean, you finish a bench press here, you don't really get your pecs into it. When you finish like kind of a straight arm, and I've already got blood in my pecs, I can get a crazy contraction on my pecs. So this is one of my favorite moves right now. Been kind of trying to keep things simple. So the fat grips as well, just put it on my chest even more. I don't know why. Just does. Jeez. So it's not like true failure, but it's like one off. Then I'll just keep doing sets till the last set is like, yeah, feels good though. Third set here. You know, honestly, when I'm doing this, I'm thinking of that fucking side relax. You know, you hit that quarter turn, you hit that contraction in your pec. Thinking of making that look gnarly. Like, man, that kid's got a lot of detail. Woo! Yeah. Motherfucker. Uno más. I'm gonna pump now.
Get two. Fuck no.
Gym's busy as fuck, man. Let's see if we can film some flies for y'all. Let's go. The fucking dumbbell flies are fucking sick, man. I don't know why people don't do it more often. I think it's like initially you think about it and it's like the exercise isn't as good as like a cable or a machine fly because the tension's not the same. But I think once you get a lot of blood into the muscle, the pump can be ridiculous. I mean, if you got enough muscle in your chest, it definitely fucking works. I mean, maybe if you ain't got a fucking chest, maybe don't do it. Maybe stick to a machine fly or a cable because you're gonna be able to get that contraction, you know. But the more muscle I've grown, dumbbell flies feel incredible still. Especially really, I'm just focusing on getting that tension from the bottom. So I'm not afraid to go too heavy on them. I probably lift like 30 kg, so it's like a 70 pound dumbbell fly. Not crazy weight, but it's a good weight for a dumbbell fly. And I think the stretch you get in the bottom is way superior than a cable or a machine fly, personally. But then again, maybe I just use dumbbells and barbells for so long, I just really get the feel of them, you know? Back on the fucking dips, man. Dips are king. If you're not doing dips for your chest, in my mind, you ain't building a chest. Nah, there's plenty of ways to build your chest. Don't fucking listen to me, man. Make up your own fucking mind. This is what I used to, never used to understand. You used to just like watch shit, your favorite people train and then just copy the shit they do. And like that is the first part. You gotta do that. Because you're gonna expose yourself to hundreds of different exercises, hundreds of different ways to train, different rep ranges, different tempos, different hand positions, different little then minor adjustments you can make to every exercise. You got to expose yourself to absolute fucking everything in training. But then eventually you got to make up your own mind. You got to walk without your hand being held and decide like what feels good for you, and then just do that. And I decided that dips are for me. Step up. Fuck. Need a little assist there. Got such a good pump. Fuck. Just a little assist. Just a little help, man. Just a little help. I'm kind of noticing that the pump is good, but it's not gnarly. Gnarly is A grade pump. It's just good today. Obviously, I only had like 6 eggs for breakfast. Like I said, I'm trying to cut down over the next 6 weeks. So these like first couple of days, just sort of decided to do this a couple of days ago. Like I say, just give me some focus. And so I kind of cut the carbs a good bit lower just to try and get the ball rolling. I'll probably increase it a little bit. Honestly, the main thing I'm going to do is drop all my fats down because I've been eating like chicken thighs and shit for not for breakfast, but for all my meals, like really, really high fat. So I'm going to drop the fats down a lot. Yesterday, I probably only had 10 grams of fat per meal. Well, I had salmon in the evening, so that was a good bit more. But every other meal was about 10 grams of fat. And I'm noticing it today. But I do feel like my energy's higher, which is a good thing. It kind of just tells me that I'm a little bit bogged down with food because things have just not been rolling smooth. So I'm going to try and just get that fucking engine going again, man. But I'm feeling good today. Just the pump's not crazy. I can always tell because when my upper pecs are not full, the pump is not the best it can be. Like it starts at the bottom and it rides up through my upper pec. But I still need a good bit more upper pec, but I think evenly I need lower pec as well. I think my pecs in terms of balance are quite even, but I feel like I need just more of them. Delts is the main thing I need to work on, but which I'm going to be doing in a minute. Oh shit. Instead of arms today, because my arms are still pretty sore, so I'm going to do some delts. Fuck. I'm gonna go outside and do some posing, but there's no room. Fuck it. I hit some shots here.